Welcome to Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help educate you about narcissistic abuse because your feelings do matter. Hi, and welcome to another broadcast of Narc Abuse No More with your host, Dr. and Evangelist K.O. Rich. Thanks for tuning in today. Today is Friday, June the 3rd of 2022. I pray that you've had a blessed, stress-free, narcissistic free, abuse free week so far, and that the remainder of this week will continue to be so as well. But if not, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Again, my name is Dr. K.O. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. Yes, they do. But before we go on with today's broadcast, I would like to invite you to visit us on our website at www.narcabusenomore.org. Again, that website address is www.narcabusenomore.org, and on our website you find valuable information regarding narcissism, regarding relationships, and you can listen to these broadcasts, podcasts. If you've missed any, you can go on the website and listen to any of the ones you may have missed. Or let me just let you know, we are on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iTunes, Deezer, Castbox. We're also on Amazon Audible, and you can listen to us on YouTube and Rumble. Now, most of you listen to us on the other platforms for us, iHeartRadio and Audible and Spreaker, but you do have a variety of different platforms you can listen to us on. And if all else fails and you forget all of that, guess what? You can go directly to the website. Again, that website address is www.narcabusenomore.org, or you can type in narcissistic-abuse-no-more.com. Again, that's narcissistic-abuse-no-more.com. All right, what are we talking about today? We are talking about 7 tactics narcissists use to escape responsibility. 7 tactics narcissists use to escape responsibility. Now, most people, when you meet a narcissist, they normally are charming. These people, we've talked about this on the broadcast, and if this is your first time tuning in, then I'm glad to give you some information that you may not have been aware of. Narcissists are very charming. They act as if they're glad to take responsibility. People put their faith in them. They seem to be always wanting to sacrifice, be the one to down the sword, and they really have a lot of people fooled, because you really don't know a lot of narcissists until you go behind the scenes of their masks. Okay, most of them wear masks. They wear camouflage. They're in camouflage. They're like a chameleon. They blend in with their environment. They are the joke of the joke of the class. They're the laughter of the party, and everybody gravitates. A lot of people gravitate towards narcissists. Many people like their leadership style. Many people like them because they seem to be really confident people, but the opposite is true. And one of the things that, when people lack confidence, they don't have to go out of their way to try to hurt others. And narcissists do try to hurt others. They try to control. They try to manipulate. They are some of the, when you talk about personality disorders, narcissistic personality disorders, it will really drive someone else insane if they did not know what to look for. And this is why we were talking about narcissists, because many people are dealing with narcissists in their lives, and they're thinking that they're the ones that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and it's actually the narcissist that is driving that person to be insane. And then, let me just let you know, if you've gone, if you dealt with narcissists, and you scratching your head like, what in the world? It's not you, it's the narcissist. You may be dealing with the narcissist because that's what they do, and they get kicks off of it. And so we're going to talk about 7 tactics narcissists use to escape responsibility. Number 1, they try to intimidate you and they try to blame you. Narcissists are bullies, okay? They begin by bullying someone, and they never take accountability for their own action. They if you get into a battle with a narcissist, all right, and I want you all to, I always love to give you websites that you can go to. psychcentral.com. You can get this valuable information if you want information. psychcentral.com. But let me just tell you, they are bullies. They are emotional bullies, okay? Do you remember on the playground, many of us saw how bullies, you may have been the bully, bullies operate on the playground, okay? They go after that person that they think will not fight back. And then they get a group of their, what we call flying monkeys, their enablers, okay, aka enablers, to cheer them on and want to see the fight get started. And they always go after the person that they think is not going to be able to contend with them. They go after the person they think that they can easily and frighten, they can easily intimidate, that one that they think that they can easily make cry, okay? So this is how narcissists are. They have a bullying type of mentality. They do not want anyone to hold them accountable for their actions. And if you confront them, they will resort to name calling. They will try to bully you, or should I say belittle you, to have dominance over you. A narcissist loves to attack you. They love to try to push your buttons. They will go after the very thing that you are passionate about and try to use it to attack you. They never take responsibility for their own actions, and should you confront them about something that they're doing, they're going to deflect, flip the script, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit, for us rewriting things, and they're going to turn the tables on to you. They're going to attack you like a bull, and you're scratching your head like, how did we get here? And you're trying to tell them something that they may need to do or have been doing, and they will flip the script and try to make it seem as if you are the problem. They will flip the script to make it seem that you have done something to them. They will never take responsibility, so therefore they will resort to name calling. They will try to demean you. They will belittle you. They will attack whatever you're passionate about. They will go after. When I say go after, if you are passionate about a particular thing, for maybe you're an artist, well, they will try to attack you in your art. If you are a person that counsels other people, for example, they will go after your counseling. They will try to make you feel as if something is wrong with you or that you're incompetent. They're very aggressive. They're bullies. They're emotional vampires. Number 2, they accuse and project. And so this is another way that they try to circumvent accountability. They will accuse you of doing the very thing that they are doing themselves. They do not take responsibility. Codependent who does not know what to look for will look to the narcissist as if they are this superstar when they're not. The narcissist projects things that they are answerable for onto another person, okay? So therefore, whatever it is that they are actually guilty of doing, they will project it on to someone else in order to avoid taking responsibility for their own actions. So therefore, I'm going to accuse you of the very thing that I'm doing myself. I'm in no position to accuse you of anything, but I'm going to throw fingers at you when you're actually holding me accountable for the things that I'm doing. See, narcissists never want you to fracture or break that superb image that they think they have of themselves. If you confront a narcissist and tell them that they're doing something, they can't handle it. So therefore they're going to flip the script and make it seem as if they're the victim, as if you have done something to them. They cannot handle it. Let me go back to that, what was it, Nicolas Cage movie with Tom Cruise. It's called A Few Good Men, when Nicolas Cage was on the stand and Tom Cruise was acting as an attorney, and he was questioning him about some things that had taken place, and Jack Nicholson tells him, you can't handle the truth. And that's what it is about narcissists. They can't handle the truth. So therefore, when you confront them about something, then they cannot handle the responsibility. They don't want to take the responsibility for their actions. So therefore, they intimidate, they blame, they accuse, and they project their bad behavior onto someone else. Number 3, they argue, they exhaust. When you confront a narcissist about something that they are doing, they will start an argument. They will raise up the heat. And if the other person argues back, then they feel like they have won because they got you in their web where they exactly want you, and they will wear you down. You will wind up being exhausted. You will be annoyed. You'll be frustrated. You'll be upset. Your blood pressure will be up by the time you get done with the narcissist. They will flip the script on you, and they love to drag you into an argument. See, when you arguing with a narcissist, you can't win with them, because they will never see anything your way. They will never see the truth about what they're actually doing. So when they try to drag you into an argument, it is time to let go and let God. Okay? Don't let them drag you into an argument. If you have to disconnect, then you disconnect, because that's part of their game. They love to drag you into an argument, try to bait you into an argument. And when you confront them about something, what they will do is try to drag you to an argument and dare you to walk away from it. And guess what I do? Click. And that's it. That's the end of the day. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm going to walk away from it. Because you don't allow someone to pull you in. When you get to know how these people operate, you disconnect. You don't get dragged into their web. Another day, another dollar. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
You say that you love me, hey baby, you didn't go for that. It's a natural fact that I wanna come back. Show me where it's at, baby. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of being alone. Won't you help me, girl, soon as you can? Yes, you know that I love you so, even though you don't want me no more. Yeah. I'm crying tears all through the years. I tell you like it is, honey, love me if you will. Hey, baby, I'm tired of being alone here by myself now. with you, baby. Sometime I wonder if you love me like you say you do. You see, baby, I've been thinking about it, yeah. And I've been wanting to get next to you, baby. You see, sometimes I fold my arms, I say, oh, oh, baby. Needing you has proven to me to be my greatest dream. Yeah. I'm so tired, baby. I'm so tired. You don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes in the night I get to wondering about you, baby. Oh, baby. So tired.
Al Green, tired of being alone. But let me tell you, it's better to be alone than to be dealing with these narcissists. And that is the truth. All right. Number 4, they deny and rewrite. One of the ways that narcissists try to avoid responsibility is to deny that they've done anything. They will even flip the script and rewrite the script. They will make excuses. They will you know that something happened in a certain order, and they will have rewritten history, okay? They will take on the role of a victim when they actually did whatever it was that you may have confronted them about. Again, they will take no accountability. And then this leaves the actual victim to be questioning their memory and saying, well, did things actually happen that way? But no, narcissists are able to rewrite the script. They rewrite history. They change the storyline. You wonder what on earth. I'm telling you, these people are a piece of work. Okay, so they would deny all accountability and they will rewrite history. And you wondering what happened here. You like, no, that's not what happened. And they will convince everybody, including themselves, because if you believe your own lie, there's something wrong, that a certain events took place and it didn't. These people cannot be trusted. They will rewrite history. Number 5, they will divert and attack. The narcissist will try to draw attention away from what really happened, and then they will place a fire up under you. Okay, so they will redirect resources, energy, and attack you when you're vulnerable. The narcissist will never say that they did something wrong, or they're gonna always make it seem like it was somebody else's fault. And a lot of times people believe them because they don't really see the narcissist for who they are. Again, the narcissist is charming normally. The narcissist has that X factor. The narcissist has that likability. So when the victim of the narcissist actually says, well, this person is like this, and you really don't know them, people don't believe them because the narcissist is so good at fooling the masses. So therefore, they would divert attention away from the true issue and attack you where you most vulnerable. Let me just say, there was a game. I'm not sure if it's still out. I think you can still buy it on Amazon. It's called Battleship. And I never actually played the game, but I know that you have these ships and you're trying to win this battle, okay? When you are dealing with narcissists, you have to understand that you have to make strategic moves. See, you have to know the rules to their game so that you know you'll know how not to play their game. When I say move strategically, that means that you do not allow them to catch you up into their mess, because they're all a bunch of mess, okay? I'm just keeping it real, all right? So you have to know the rules to their game. You have to know the tools that are in their arsenal. You can only fight back if you know the rules to the game. And what I mean by fight back is not going toe to toe with a narcissist. You won't win. You have to know how to keep yourself out of the ring to avoid getting hit. That means that I'm not getting into this boxing match with you. I'm going to stay out of the ring with you. Oh, they will kick and scream and try to pull you in. But when you know how they operate, you'll know how not to play the game. Again, narcissists will try to bring you into their craziness. All right, I know that's not the professional term to use, but I'm just keeping it real on this broadcast. They will bring you into nutty land. Okay, if you let them. And the only way to avoid being caught up is to know how they operate. You know what they doing. So you got to be a step ahead of them while they think they getting the upper hand on you. You have to be in your mind. You have to be a step ahead of them to know what they're doing. If they're gaslighting you, know what gaslighting is. If they're triangulating you, know what they're doing when they're triangulating you. Okay? If they're playing the victim, know what that is. See, when you know about the narcissist, then you know how not to play the game, and then you can disengage whenever they try to bring you in and reel you in like a fish. You know how to how to disengage, get off the hook, and not allow them to pull you in like bait. Because they will try to bait you and reel you in like a fish. But you do not have to take the bite. When they are, even when you know that they're trying to reel you into an argument, disengage. Oh, they hate that. They can't stand it. Nothing makes a narcissist madder when you disengage. Leave them on that island of Crazy Loon by themselves, okay? They can't stand that. But guess what? When you know that you have not allowed them to draw you in, then you have obtained the victory. You want to know how to defeat a narcissist. Beat them at their own game by not letting them draw you in. And that's how you defeat the narcissist. Number 6, fear and avoid. Narcissists, they have the ability to take your fears, your vulnerabilities, and turn it into a paranoia. They use it. They'll make you paranoid. They use it for their own diabolical purposes. Okay. So they'll weave this story and you'll be frightened. You know, they try to have the upper hand over you. And they'll use your fear to justify not taking responsibility. So it's kind of like an emotional blackmail. Well, if you don't dance to my beat, then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to retaliate. Never allow a narcissist to use your fears to avoid responsibility. Never allow them to emotionally blackmail you. They may know that, hey, you're fearful of people. Maybe you've made a mistake before, and they'll use that against you. Oh, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to tell everyone. Never allow them to emotionally blackmail you. It is better to deal with their retaliation than to deal with them trying to blackmail you with their emotional blackmail. So they will use whatever they know, and this is why I haven't said this in a while. This is why you never tell the narcissist anything personal. If it's something that you don't mind other people knowing, fine. But I'm going to read you your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of the narcissist. Okay? So remember, because whatever you tell a narcissist, they're going to store it in their vault. And they're going to bring it out at a later time to use against you. You can guarantee it. That becomes your fear of whatever you have allowed them to know. And then they will use that to try to make you fearful. And I wouldn't even say it's quite paranoia. It's that you don't know, because they have emotionally blackmailed you into thinking, well, if you don't dance to my beat, then I'm going to expose you to the world. Let me just say this. It's better to be exposed to the world, whatever they think they know, exposed to the world, than to be emotionally blackmailed by these creatures of the night. Okay? Again, they are emotional vampires. They will suck the living life out of you. So again, in order to deal with these type of individuals, you have to know how they operate. You have to be one step ahead of them. And one thing to do is not to go toe to toe with them. When they try to bait you into their arguments, disengage. When you know that they're trying to flip the script on you, disengage. Don't try to go toe to toe with a narcissist. The way to win is to disengage. Most of the time, we're the type of people, I'm going to go and I'm going to tell them a piece of my mind. By the time you get done with a narcissist, it ain't going to work. The best way to win, people want to know, well, how do I beat the narcissist? You beat the narcissist by disengaging. Disengaging is your battle. Is your way of winning the battle. And if you know how to disengage, then you have won the battle. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Sometimes a girl will come and go. You reach for love, but life won't let you know that in the end you'll still be loving her. But then she's gone, you're all alone. I never learned to give myself. I've been a fool, but right now I need someone else. Well, just like boy blue, I blow my horn if you just lead me home. Baby, I should have known it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love no one. It takes a fool. Sometimes you gotta suffer, make your bed hard, gotta sleep there. Well, it takes a fool. Oh, yes it does. That love don't love no one, no one. Sign of pain is on my face. Well, a heartbeat stops, but I won't take the blame. No. I gave her all the love I had within. My love was strong. Something went wrong. No, yes sir. Love, 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 love. Yes it does, yeah. And love don't love no one. Stop to think about it. Well, when you're down and out, shout about it, tell the world. Ooh-wee. Gotta be more careful about myself. Oh, baby, took me a long time to learn, to learn. Well, I was a fool, you were a fool. Now we got love, now we need a husband. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, I love you now. Uh-huh, what you say? Can we just talk for a minute? You know, like I've always said, I'm not much of a rapper, but the truth I've learned from the time I was a child. You see, I know from experience that, baby, you can't color a thought. And you sure can't touch an emotion. Love, true love is to the bone, to the soul where hearts are home. And I just got to explain to you how I feel. Cause you see, I've been a fool, but now I love you, and I've learned, baby, I've learned. Well. There's been many who wanted to know, but you helped me learn about it. Now you know I gotta tell them about it. Oh, baby. La, 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 my heart. Takes a fool to learn. Yes, it does. I need and I want you. And Lord have mercy on me. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna need you always.
The Spinners. Love don't love nobody. And let me just say, if you think you are getting love from a narcissist, they don't love themselves. They don't know how to love. Their love is tainted and poisoned. Number 7, rescue and retreat. This is a manipulative tactic of the narcissist. The narcissist rescues the other person from some situation, okay, having gained loyalty points. And then when the other person confronts the narcissist about their lack of responsibility, then the narcissist retreats. Okay, so what do? They withhold love, they withhold attention, and they will retreat from you. They will make accusations, accusing you of not being appreciative of them. And let me just say this, because you have to be very careful when you are taking things from a narcissist feels they feel like when they give you something that you're supposed to take any type of abuse that they offer to you. So they may help you and do something, whether it's buy you a gift, give you some money, whatever the case may be. They may help you in a situation. But then if they do something, when you find out that they're a narcissist, and if you try to tell them about something they've done wrong in their behavior, then they will take away their affection. They will take away their so-called love. They will take away they whatever they give, you can guarantee they will also take back. So if they've given you attention, they will take the attention back. If they've given you affection, they're going to take the affection back. Okay, so whatever it is. So again, you be careful when you are dealing with narcissists, because their type of giving is not just giving out the goodness of their heart. They're expecting loyalty at all costs, and that means that they feel as if they can treat you any type of way just because you may have taken something from them. What I mean by something that they willingly gave, not that you stole it, that they willingly gave. And they feel like because they may have helped you in this situation or may have given you something, and you thinking that they were doing it just out of the kindness of their heart, they feel that they are able to treat you any type of way just because they helped you. Be careful. And you have to remind yourself, you are not an emotional prostitute. Let me repeat that. You are not an emotional prostitute. Just because someone does something that can be viewed as kind does not give them the right to mistreat you any kind of way. You don't get to use them, and you have to tell yourself this. You don't get to use me and then leave some money at the side of the bed and think you can beat me and all that kind of stuff. You are not an emotional prostitute. And you have to tell yourself this. When you're dealing with narcissists, you have to know their tactics. The Bible talks about knowing the tactics of the enemy. And narcissists are your emotional enemies. They seek to kill, steal, and destroy. They will kill your self-esteem. They will destroy your self-worth. They will steal your livelihood from you, your life force. Suck the blood right out of you. Kill, steal, and destroy. But when you know their tactics, and you know who they are for what they are. See, sometimes we try to make people be what we want them to be. But you have to accept people for who they actually are. And when they show you who they are, I remember Maya Angelou saying this. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. See, we try to make people into this picture, this image that we want them to be. And in a sense, you're trying to be that knight in shining armor. But let me just say this. When they show you who they are, they don't change. And that's the thing. Zebras, like the Bible says, zebras don't change their stripes. Leopards don't change their spots. When someone shows you who they are, believe who they are. That's who they are. And narcissists, no matter how kind and nice, and people get fooled by them and sucked in by them because they'll give you gifts, they'll do nice things. Let me say, narcissists are often your coaches. They're often your teachers, your preachers. Yeah, they're in the pulpits. Your choir directors. They're your judges. Your nurses, doctors. See, people get fooled because how can they be a narcissist and they're in positions of giving? Think about it. A lot of times they're also positions of power. And what do narcissists thrive off of? Power. They have to be in control. They have to be the one that dictates to others what to do. You will see them in positions where they're in that place that they can tell others what to do, dictate to others. They oftentimes, and they're not good followers. They want to be the leader. They have to be in a position of power. They want to be able to control. Even in marriages, narcissists, unless that person is really just, and you got a lot of people that's in marriages with narcissists, but it's miserable. The codependent, that victim of it, is miserable. Somebody with their right mind won't stay in the marriage with a narcissist if you're being abused. And narcissists do abuse you, whether it's physically or emotionally, verbally. You can guarantee that somebody in that marriage is being abused. It's not, and let me just say this, abuse is not always physical. You don't always see bruises, black eyes, and things, but they're emotional abusers. Women are more emotional abusers, verbal abusers. Men, physical abusers, emotion, verbal. There's always an exception to the rule, because you got some Shivas too that physically abuse men as well. But when you are dealing with a narcissist, again, know the game, and you know how not to play it. All right, we are up out of here. I pray that today's broadcast has been a blessing to you, and that you would know your worth, because guess what? Your feelings do matter. This is Dr. K.O. Rich. Until next time.